It's been looking for me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Did you know anything? No. What was that, Chad? Just anything?
No. Yeah.
Tina is pushing hard for Spice to go.
Dude.
Buddy, you think that's team? We have our plan made up.
That's us.
We have a plan.
They're pushing hard for it.
I am too.
It's already a plan.
Oh, I was going to talk to you about that.
Yes, I already talked to Tina Terry for like an hour.
Okay.
And then
that's what she's pushing for. Hell no. All I said was, see where you're coming from.
What do you think? What do you think about it?
Yeah. Because for being real, Spice is not coming them up. Are you out of your mind?
No.
Spice is coming for you.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
She's coming for your head.
Because I said,
100%.
Because I literally asked her, I said, do you think Tina and Tara is a big move? Because she doesn't make small moves. She said that in her last HOH. She wouldn't put Tina and Tara up. It's a shit move.
She wants to replace herself with you. She wants to pull Beth out.
Yeah.
She did it to Toya.
Exactly. It's the same situation. It's you.
So the only thing that I'm a little like about is that she could have easily pinned the invisible HOH role last week and got one of us out. That's the only.
Yeah, but I think she needs us though.
We don't know if she has it.
The invisible HOH?
We don't have to spin it like it. She never admitted to it being her, so you can't act.
No, I know.
You can't act under that.
I'm just saying that's the only thing that's making me iffy is that like she could have done that and she didn't.
I do think that she.
However,
important for her, but I think.
Come to the bathroom. This is literally the quietest thing. We need to keep this as quiet as fucking possible. Let me tell you about all my conversations.
Oh, should I hop in the shower? Should I get in the shower?
Where's the other bench? Oh, it's over there. So, I took Cole to Wendy's. I told him he was going up. He's like, that's fine. He was like, what happens if I win the veto and put myself down sort of thing? Because I was like, I want to make a big move this week. And he's like, okay. He's like, so what if I put myself down? He's like, a big move isn't, he's like, you're not putting up Brayden. He's like, are you telling me you're going to put up one of the boys? And I was like, it's not time for that. And he was like clues in. And he's like, well, Kiefer's not that big of a move. And then so he's like, are you saying what I think you're saying? And I was like, I'm not saying names, but whatever. And then he was like, so like, what if one of the guys want a veto? And I didn't say, I was like, you have to talk to them. And then he was like, if one of the boys used to veto on me, like, I would, he's like, nobody has done this yet in this game. He's like, I'm so down for it. Like, I would promise them, like, weeks of safety. And he's like, X amount of weeks, but at least 2. So that happened, and I was like, gun for it, dude. Like, do what you gotta do, for sure. Tara came to me, told me the same thing that she told Jed. I don't know if you heard, just about that. V is spitting and stuff about me. She talks about me all the time. Whatever. Tara. She also tells Tara a lot of true stuff we've said, like personal. But like, she really doesn't be here. She's always complaining. Everything Tara was saying was 100% true. I was like, you have said that. But I didn't say that. I was like, oh my god, babe, no. So I said to Tara straight up, I was like, for me to get you out this week is the weakest move in the whole game. I was like, why would I do that? And I was like, no offense, Tara, but you're not a big move. And she's like, I wouldn't put you up, like I actually wouldn't, whatever. And she's like, Israel your target? Because she's like, there's somebody in this house coming for you. And I was like, and then she's like, I think we need to make the move this week, Beth, and like stick together as a house. And like, if it gets out, or like when the blow up happens, everyone needs to just stay together and avoid it. Tina knows. We know. I don't think I'm going to tell Brayden. He doesn't need to know.
No, it's not a need to know basis.
The only thing is, literally our worst case scenario is Brooke wins.
she won't use it. She just won't use it.
But Ro might just say some weird shit then.
No, that's my thing. Like, if Vic, because now Ro knows about this, so if he stays on the block, he'll just expose it to Vic. And be like, they were planning to get you out. You know? It'd be a shit show.
Oh.
So now...
Oh, this is the plan.
What?
What's happening is the actual plan.
Yes.
Oh, the trigger's already pulled.
It's not already pulled, but like, Ro technically assumed, because she said like there is a bigger plan, he assumed that the bigger plan is Vic. So therefore he knows now. So if he doesn't get pulled off the block...
But he has to know to make a deal with you guys.
Yes,
You have to know anyway.
because you're put in a situation where it's a no-lose for you for a come down.
Yeah.
Which is smart. Yeah.
But now if he doesn't come down, he'll just expose
Nothing
it.
to expose.
What?
Nothing really to expose.
Well, they were gonna backdoor you, saying that
She
we...
never said that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
You could try to say that.
Yeah, but we'd have to like really ensure her that we
When
weren't.
he came in here, he apparently was already saying that, right?
What?
Before, remember, he was like, before I talked to Ro, apparently he went to me and was like, just so you know, if Tina and Taylor go up, expect to be backdoor.
Yeah, he said that already.
So,
So yeah.
we could just go off of that.
Yeah. She already thinks
See, that's not true.
She already thinks
That's
that's that. Is it the water?
Oh, probably the water. Yeah, she can't hear us. He can't hear us though.
She already thinks that she already thinks it's been pitched. So that whole idea of that pitch is nothing
Exactly.
new. Right?
Listen, my only reservation with the road is that he would be putting us up like right away if he had the chance. So if he actually,
That's my reservation.
but if he
too.
promised to do something like that, like a safety thing, if one of us were to take him down, then I'd be more comfortable with doing it.
Fuck.
But do you trust? But do you trust his promise?
Do we trust that V is coming for Beth? This is what I'm hearing.
Before I said any of this plan, Ro was like, you need to know that everyone except Jed and Ty have said your name in this house, Beth. Like, you are next. And they're like, you're coming. Like, you're done before the boys, because the boys are 2 votes, like a number for a lot of people.
Right.
Like, you have deals with people the same way that I do, but you're 2 votes.
Right.
So they vote me out. So Ro was like, just so you know, like, you're next. But he's like, and then he's like, I'm not saying the name of the person who's mainly going to vote you. I refuse to, he won't vote me. That's how Wendy started. And we started chatting, and he was starting to see that, like, I kind of wanted to. And he's like, this doesn't fucking need this room. He's like, what is me?
Here's my thing. I'm just wondering if they're setting us up
That's what I'm saying.
to take out Bill for them. And then we'll flow back on their side. That's my concern. Because the reality is, as of now, V is a number for us.
Exactly. That's my concern.
They're taking a huge chance. Like, they're going on the block.
Who?
Those 2.
Which 2?
Ro and Tara.
Yeah, but they know they're going to block anyways.
Yeah.
So doing this isn't a win-win. If we backdoor Vic, that helps them more than it helps us, in my opinion.
Like, I'm wondering if they're setting us up to think that Vic is coming for you and she's really not.
When she's going for them.
Yes.
The only thing is that the stuff they were telling me was like true. Like, it's shit we've told to
Yeah,
Vic.
she has a big mouth. But is she actually coming for you? I think she does come for you down the road.
Yeah.
But don't we cross that bridge when we get there? I think Ro's the most imminent threat. I think Ro's the most imminent threat now. Even if V was to put you up, I don't know if you go home.
Me neither.
And I think we still have the numbers. V has to win against worst case scenario. Okay, so say Ro goes home.
Yeah.
And then next week we have HOH. You can't play. So there's
7.
me, you,
Keith.
Keith. So us 3.
Me, you, Keith, Bray.
And Bray are definitely not putting you up.
Yeah.
And that leaves Tina, Tara, and Vic.
Yeah.
I don't even know if... Who puts you up in that
Vic
scenario?
puts TNT up.
She
The
won.
easiest fucking HOH in the world. Like, Tara said it herself. Everyone is taking Tina to the end. Everyone.
But why are we so confident that Ro would not put us up next week? He can promise everything to save him.
But he's not on our
He's
side.
not on our side. Vic is technically on our side right
We're in
now.
alliance with her.
We are, and she's riding on it.
Would you rather trust Rose Promise, he hasn't done anything for us all year? Or do we trust V?
How do we get V out later? Without the numbers.
Get her on the double. We always have the numbers to get out V. She's on our side. If we want to take her out, we can. If we want to take out Ro later,
we can't.
We can't. That's the only concern I have with that plan. If we're comfortable doing that, we'll have a harder time getting Ro later than we'll have getting out V. Everybody wants V gone.
Yeah, I agree. I really do think Ro, Tina, and Tara have something going on.
They 100%.
And they're forcing, even when you said what Tina was saying, she was trying to deflect off Ro this morning?
Yes.
Why? Exactly. Exactly. Because they're working with Ro. And if V's gone, that's one less person that will put those two up because they know that V wants them up. Maybe V really does want them up. So by us taking her out, we're saving them.
Because here's the thing, Beth. We're certain Ro's coming for us. We're not certain V's coming for us.
I don't know. Ro came in here. I was like, everyone assumes I'm going for the guys. Everyone assumes.
Who?
I think he's going for Keith.
Why?
Why not? That's all he was ever talking about in here. He's like, why wouldn't I go for Kiefer?
Why would he? Give me a good reason why Ro puts up Keith.
What time? Come on, think.
Because
why wouldn't he go for Kiefer?
Because Keith put him up?
Yeah, like he says they have it out for each other. He's like, we don't talk at all.
But is Ro the kind of player that's going to take someone out just because he doesn't like them? Like,
I don't know. All that Ro says to me is like, Jed and Ty aren't like the move of the season. And everybody thinks that they are.
That's true.
And he's like, a lot of people win next to Jed and Ty.
What do you think, honestly?
I don't know.
Like deep down, like what's your gut telling you? Is your gut telling you to get out V now? What do you think? What's your gut telling you?
Man, I have a really hard time trusting Ro. That's my only issue. Like if he promised me safety, I wouldn't believe him. I would still be just as scared for him to win as I was if I didn't have a promise with him.
The reason that this conversation is so awkward is because you guys are good with V and I'm good with Ro.
Yeah.
That's why this conversation is weird.
Okay, fair enough. So you're saying, okay, so if we're looking at it like individual game versus individual game, it's better for your individual game to keep.
But I won't make it far without you two, and I know that. Well, no, I will, but I'm just saying, like, I want it to be us at the end.
I agree, and keeping V is better for our individual game. So if we're being real about those two things, does a scenario come down to who's more likely to win next?
Mm-hmm.
They both have high probability of winning next. They're both not going to be good at endurance comps. They're both mentally smart, though. V is more likely to be a snake.
Or do we leave it to destiny and play it by ear, depending on what happens?
The only fucking thing that I hate is that it's out.
What?
What might happen?
Not really.
But I would just be like, V, that's not true. They all came to me with that. Like,
Yeah, like it's not out because technically the people that know are the ones that came up with it.
Yeah.
So like they already know.
yeah, and like V would trust me even if I would have lied straight to her face.
And I already talked about it without saying it just now to V.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, Tina.
And she does trust Bray, so as long as we don't tell Bray and Bray is clueless, I was like, that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, we can't tell Bray. So you're suggesting we play it out, see who wins the veto, and see what happens?
That's another option I'm suggesting.
So if he doesn't win the veto, we could have the option to just leave it. That's what you're saying.
So if one of us win the veto, we have another conversation.
Right.
If he wins the veto.
Part of me that just is like, Ro isn't like, I don't know what it is. Like, I guess maybe he's kind of tricking me. It's probably what you guys think. But he's just like, I feel like he always considers what it's like to be at home watching. And he's always like, everyone wants me to go for those two guys, but they're not even that big of a fucking threat. or everybody, like, you know what I mean?
But I'm wondering if he's convincing you of that, because I agree. I feel the same way.
The only thing is that Ro genuinely believes that I'm coming for you too.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like Ro was like, you're like, this is fucking sick, Beth. And then today we made a deal. Like he was like, no more, like we don't need to confirm it with each other. Like we'll cross that path when we get there, sort of thing. The only reason that we ever did that was so us three don't end up in a situation where Ro wins and puts all three of us up. But I don't know. Like I don't know how to confirm that he genuinely wouldn't.
I don't know.
But he also knows if you are, I'm just trying to think for numbers wise, like he knows he needs me to get you guys out
Why?
as a number.
Why?
What if he just puts us both up? And then one of us goes home no matter what.
With a veto?
Why does he need you as a number? He has Tina, Tara, and Keith in their minds.
In their minds, he said to me, he's like, you guys have Keith. He's like, Tina and Tara don't have Keith as much as the boys have Keith. That's what he said to me today at Andy's.
So hold on. First, stepping back for a second. You don't think the house is viewed as 3-3 in middle? Right now?
No.
3-3 and what?
3-3 in the
them
middle?
three and us three?
And then Brayden and Vic in the middle?
There's 9 of us.
3-3, Brayden, Vic,
Ro.
Ro in the middle.
Oh.
And then Ro moves to their side, realistically.
No.
Nobody wants to tell me about my dry lips. I literally left and looked in the mirror and they were white. I fixed it.
Oh, I actually didn't think. Oh, like you had this?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dry lips
Yeah.
deep?
Yeah, I just talked to Tara.
Yeah.
Thought I'd fill you guys in. She's only upset because she thought that the plan was Ro and Brayden. She said that everyone said that last week, so she's confused.
I never
She
did.
said to me, I was like, what?
I know who said
I
that.
told her straight to her face on the couch too. I said, Brayden is not touching
Your
me.
hair looks great.
Thank
Still
you.
perfect. She said if she gets house guest choice, she's picking blue line.
Yep.
And what was the other thing?
Were
There was
you like,
something. Yeah, I was like, true. Yeah, I was like, I told her she should pick Jed. I said, you should pick Jed because then the nuns will say the same. That's clearly the target.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Woo. Anyways, I really did come here for candy.
please eat them.
You guys bathing?
About to.
We were starting to feel it. But then when we were chatting, they told us to stop that because they couldn't hear. Chatting
Oh.
about nothing.
Like some FBI shit. 3-person bath. Bathtub bed.
Okay.
Help us.
You,
Help me.
The addiction is real.
you having fun yet?
I am.